Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. As you can see, I have returned to my campsite or, well, hotel room. Of course, in reality I'm still in the vault inside the counting house. But I thought I would take this opportunity to do some off-camera crafting and distribution of equipment and so on, and I need to take a long rest anyway. Also, I want to bring back Astarion so he can pick a few locks for me inside the vault. Now, it seems that there's quite a few of these high-security vaults, and the difficulty seems to be 30. And yeah, I guess Astarion can roll 30s. But it's not going to be that easy for him either. So, first of all, I took all my lockpicking tools out of my traveler's chest, and I figured that it might be a good idea to prioritize the vaults a little bit and, you know, start with the ones that seem the most interesting. And as it happens, a few episodes ago we found a list that told us which vault belongs to which family. And I'm not entirely sure if this only refers to like the normal vault, because it seems that there's like standard vaults and then the high security ones, but I hope that it's basically for both. And I wrote down some of the numbers from some of the names that seem the most promising. We have Gortish, Ravengard, Zar, and Loroakan. So I think in that order I would like to pick these vaults. And maybe that's enough for now, because I'm not sure how many tools we will need for that. But either way, first of all, I guess I will check in with my companions and talk to them. Also, for some reason, I have like one of the summoned ravens with me. I was a bit confused for a moment why my corvus suddenly turned back into a normal raven, but that's just one of the summoned ravens, and the real corvus is currently away. Not summoned, that is. But yeah, let's see if we have any new dialogue here.
I have a lot on my mind.
Minsk puts on quite a show of brawn.
Apparently so.
Even if there's no brain worth mentioning. I mean, I hate to judge the proverbial book, but that oaf may be all cover and no pages.
And do you mind that? But okay, apparently they have new dialogue indeed. Let's see.
Of all the places I expected would find this Minsk, crawling from the broken jaws of a mimic wasn't high on my list. What's life without a few surprises, eh?
So you have a list of places where you did expect to find him. Can I see that list?
Soldier?
Okay, well, apparently she doesn't have anything to say about Minsk. That's okay. You don't have to have an opinion about everything. If you don't, then, you know, just keep your mouth shut, I suppose. But yeah, let's talk to the bunch over here. I'm sure that Jaheira will have, you know, something to say about this.
Minsk. He seemed to believe that doppelganger was truly Jaheira. A sure sign he's being manipulated.
Maybe. And that's all the same. But yeah, Jaheira, let's talk about this.
I grow tired of these false faces. Every corner we turn, another. And now it is my face they use to turn Minsk against us. I am sorry, but I am just tired.
I mean, there might be more at work here than just him being fooled by doppelganger. Enough sulking, Harper. Now's not the time to grow soft. Why, we know Minsk is alive, now we just have to find him, indeed. Maybe we should have killed him while we had the opening. I mean, we never really had the opening, he just disappeared before we could do anything. Of course you're tired, you're ancient. Harsh. But we still have work to do. Yeah, let's look at the bright side. We know he is alive, and now we have to find him again, I suppose.
It is some defect of the mind, I think, to stubbornly insist you are following the light, even as you blunder through the darkness. Or perhaps the defect is mine.
What do you mean?
When I left Minsk to this fate, I believed I had no choice. I believe it still. We were ignorant of our enemy, unarmed against the cult. I made the right decision, but I do not like how easily I made it. Minsk would have never left me behind, no matter what happened. That is his problem entire. The past century left Minsk unchanged. And so he believes the world has never changed, that I have not. You saw the fool, hanging on the doppelganger's every word for no other reason than it wears my face.
I mean, like I said, maybe there's more going on here. The cult has other ways of controlling people. Indeed, infection, indoctrination. Yeah, he could just be tadpoled, right? You don't have to explain, Jaheira. You're worried for your friend. It's not a crime. Maybe you haven't changed as much as you think. I wouldn't be able to tell. It doesn't matter. We need to find him. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's more going on here.
You think I flatter myself in believing it is my face alone that Minsk follows? Mahler mark me, but I find myself hoping he is tadpoled. Come then. We need a lead on where these shapeshifters have fled to. Let's see what hints they left behind in the vault.
Right. We will have a look. But yeah, maybe he is just that loyal. Maybe that doppelganger makes a very convincing you. Maybe you should take it as a compliment. But yeah, that's all we can talk about. Let's see what Will and Halston have to say.
Minsk is being tricked. By the hells, we've got to rip him away from that shapeshifter.
Right.
Minsk believes a doppelganger to be Jaheira. He is being manipulated. I am all but certain.
I guess we will have to find out. Okay, so we have talked to everyone. So let's go and take a long rest. And then we will return to the vault. And look for clues and some loot inside the vaults. Oh, what the hell is going on here?
A letter from Orin.
Uh-oh. A letter from Orin in a puddle of blood. Crumpled note scrawled in blood. That doesn't bode well. Gorgeous metal mannequins will not dance to your tune. They only dance to his. To set yourself against their steel is to invite domination. So, why slice the strings of one when you might make one cut to sever them all? Seek the blackened heart of their foundry and tear it out. Then the lordling will play puppet master no more. Orin. Okay, I was a bit worried for a moment that this is about Lizelle and that she isn't going to wait for me to show up, but apparently she's trying to give us some hint about the Steel Watchers. I mean, this is something we kinda knew already, but thank you, I guess. Oh, that actually does update my quest. Okay, yeah, this is just about take down the Steel Watch. And all of this is complete. Okay, I guess I will maybe pick up the letter. And the puddle of blood is just going to stay here now. Can someone please mop that up? But whatever, let's end the day. Let's see if anyone wants to talk. Doesn't look like it. So let's take a long rest. Alright, nothing happened, and apparently someone did remove the blood after all. Okay, yeah, I do want to bring Astarion into my party. I need your nimble fingers.
What can I do for you, my friend?
I want to start a little bank heist.
Perhaps if you lost a follower or two. I prefer to travel in smaller groups. It's more intimate.
Well, in that case, we will get rid of Will.
In that case, I'd be happy to tag along.
Okay, and that's a lot of XP. How close are we to the next level? Oh, not far away, actually. Alright, very nice. Okay, let's make my usual preparations here. And we want to summon Corvus again. Even though I'm not happy with your latest skill level up. I mean, you have to, you know, make proper use of his fly ability now, or things might become a little bit complicated. Okay, so I guess we're good to go. All of these have exactly 80 HP. Funny. Anyway, let's leave camp. And we're back here. Alright. I haven't really done anything here since the last episode. I haven't even looted my enemies, so I think that's what we will do now.
Switch bloody jobs.
And yeah, we have the vaults here. Is anything in that mimic, by the way? Nope. Keeping of the vaults. A detailed record of gold in and out of the various vaults. While the individual vaults seem to have large amounts of money deposited in them and then simply left there, the main vault is a constant stream of gold in and out, handful of coins constantly being added and subtracted. It's a record of the working life of Baldur's Gate, a 10 days profit from a trader, a family dipping into their savings to buy bread, a child depositing a coin they got for their birthday. How can the child even have an account here? You have to pay so much money to even get the account. But okay, now let's do some lockpicking. Yeah, I think 6 and 5 are the ones I would like to start with. 6 should be Gortash, if the list is correct. 5 is Ravengard. So, I think these might be interesting.
Watch the shadows.
And yeah, Astarion, this is going to be a challenge, even for you.
A crooked touch.
30, I'm going to give you some guidance. Do I need to use my lucky points here? I guess we will see. We have a total bonus of at least 15, so I need to roll 15, which again, you know, is not easy, but I hope we can at least get into some of these vaults. Okay, that is enough. Let's see, Gortash, what you got here. The Astral Prism Heist, to take control, a Mind Flayer, Shield Steward Interrogation Log, and some gold. Okay, let's read this. Gortash Private Memoir Notes, number 16, The Astral Prism Heist. After that dream I had about the Githyanki threat to our accelerated grand design, my research led me to pore through the old archives left behind in Moonrise Towers by the High Heralds. These records included some surprising early sources, both Githyanki and Gizare, that mentioned a relic or artifact called the Astral Prison or Prism. Though the source of its power was unstated, this artifact was reputed to be able to project a field that disrupted illicit psionics. Such an artifact would clearly be an existential threat to both our absolute ambitions and the grand design. All three of the ancient sources agreed that the Astral Prism was in the hands of the Githyanki Lich Queen Vlakith. Thus was born the plan to send a tadpole strike team in a regrown Nautiloid piloted by the Emperor to steal the Astral Prism from Vlakith. Interesting.
Maybe Nina still needs a crack skull.
So the Emperor had a Nautiloid. I didn't know that. Also, what does he mean he dreamt of it? Where did he get that dream from? Did someone talk to him in his dream. This is not stuff you usually dream about. Fascinating. To take control. Gottish Private Memoirs Notes number 9. To take control. We were deep in Mephisto's vault, burgling the crown of castles, when I saw next to the crown that the wily archdevil had a portfolio labeled Accelerated Grand Design. I couldn't resist taking that as well. The portfolio contained plans compiled by a Med Alhud known only as Blue Apex for a version of the illicit resurgence. A grand design that called for mass tadpoling of both friends and enemies, but not to convert the tadpole into mind flayers, but rather to suspend that ceremorphosis under powerful magic to create a vast unconscious hive mind commanded by an enhanced elder brain. My mind, trained in the tyrannical tenets of Bane, instantly saw that this was a means to perpetrate a powerful religious hoax or mass movement controlled ultimately by none other than myself. For who but the chosen of Bane could master so grand a scheme? So this wasn't even his idea, he just found plans for it somewhere. Okay, the more you know. Shield Steward interrogation log. Transcript of key passage in the interrogation of Flovus Nuge, steward of the Knight of the Shield Hall. Black Hand. When did you begin to suspect that Duke Stelmane was not herself? Nuge, I cleared her dinner dishes after a meal of mutton pie, but when I got the dish up to the kitchen, the mutton was brains? Black Hand brains, Nuge, and not sheep brains neither, so I started poking around. In the Elfsong cellar, in the Knight's secret chambers, yes. And I found a cell with a body in it, a corpse in city prison stripes. A dead state prisoner. If I tell you about this, you're going to let me go, right? Right. It was a condemned criminal with the top of their head shattered and the brain mostly gone. In Stelmane's room. The secret part, yes. That's where she found me. She what? Found me. It found me. At first I thought she was blue and floating, but then it was just Stelmane. She smiled. I don't remember anything after that. Huh. I mean, I'm inclined to believe that he actually saw the Emperor. And he just thought it was Stelmane because it was like in the cellars. We have seen these secret chambers. Unless Stelmane was somehow also a mind flayer. But I mean, that would have been obvious after she got killed. You know, that it wasn't a human, so I'm guessing maybe he saw the Emperor and not Stelmane. And I guess I'll also take the gold.
I have a lot on my mind.
But
and, well,
Artemis may as well take this. Okay, so this was pretty enlightening. Let's take a look at vault number 5, which should be the Ravengard vault.
With pleasure.
Again, let's use some guidance here.
Just breathe.
Right.
Breathe.
Lucky numbers today.
Bloody jobs.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Well, that's quite a bit of gold, first of all. Ravengard Scourger. Huh. Has some sort of special skill. Direct an ally to strike a foe. The ally uses a reaction in the next turn to make a weapon attack. Interesting, but it seems like very specific. I'm guessing you can only use it if you have like non-party member allies in that battle, so not sure if I really need this weapon. But there's also a book, A Father's Diary. Let's take a look at it. This is a worn and much-handled journal in which Alder Ravengard recorded his favorite memories of his beloved son Will. A typical entry follows. 15 flame rules. Spent the afternoon with Will on the docks down by the Water Queen's house. Relaxing on the planks, though the harbour fog swallowed the sun as usual. Will asked if the temple wait servants were real mermaids, and I told him they certainly looked the part, but real mermaids could breathe underwater and rarely showed their faces above it. Then I'm going to swim down and catch one, he shouted, and dove off the end of the dock. He kept trying to hold his breath and stay under the surface, but eventually he got exhausted and I had to haul him out, minus his new shoes, alas. But I'll never forget his smile as he said, "I saw one, father. I saw a mermaid, a real mermaid." Then his eyes grew misty and he added, "She was beautiful." I wonder if I can give this to Will. Interesting item to keep in like a high security vault though. Okay, so that's 2 of them.
If the gods are watching me.
And now I'm looking for vault number 3, which is the one for the Tsar family.
Subtle steps.
Let's take a look at this as well. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. But I have a lot of tools. So let's try this again. Okay.
Can't give up now.
Let's see what we have inside this one. Okay, nothing too interesting. Lots of valuable stuff. And the long arm of the girl. I mean, this makes kind of sense. Apparently, Tsar has been like kidnapping the girl children. And I suppose he got this crossbow while doing that. Again, I don't think I will need this, but I will definitely take everything else in here.
This.
And this is vault number 1. I wonder if the key that we got would actually open this one. No, apparently the key is just for the normal
Keep your distance down.
vault. But yeah, this should be Loroakan's high security vault.
Hardly a challenge.
All right, let's try this. Not enough, not quite enough. Well, actually, it is enough. Okay. Very nice.
Another, is it? Good on you.
I mean, he doesn't seem to be happy that we're doing this, but he's not stopping me
Never a dull
either.
moment.
So, I guess I will keep on doing that. Ooh, a nymph cloak. Dominate person. That seems interesting. A spell savant amulet. Spell amplification. You gain an additional level 2 spell slot. I'm not sure how useful that is. But the cloak? I will definitely try to find someone for that one. Okay, this worked out pretty well, so I guess I may as well continue with some of the other vaults.
Easy.
Don't get too cocky. This is still a pretty high skill check. Okay, I guess this is not going to be enough. It's close, but not good enough. But we will use a lockpicking tool for that. Maybe even a few more. Let's try this again. Why do you keep rolling 10s? I know you can do better than that. I mean, this is better, but not sure if it's enough. Okay, it's just enough. Very nice.
Let's get going.
I just bloody give you the keys, eh? You could take my office.
I mean, yes, if you want to give me the keys, I wouldn't complain. Oh, Jannath head. Advantage on persuasion checks, advantage on deception checks. That seems useful. And a bunch of gold and other items and something we can read. Perfume Days, Passionate Nights. Again, you kind of have to question why you would put that into a high security vault.
Well, my prayers weren't much bloody use.
A lavender-scented diary of florid prose that describes Lady Wisteria Janeth's brief but torrid affair with a young scapegrace named Edward Gortish. Oh, well, interesting. A typical excerpt reads as below. When he held me in his burly yet tender arms, it was as if the years melted away and I was once again the reigning debutante of the upper city's soirees and cotillons. What matter if the diamond ring I gifted him, heirloom of the Janath for generations, was worth more than the value of the mansion? It looked so well glittering on his long, strong fingers, and his glowing smile as he slipped it on was worth a dozen mansions. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he was very pleased to get that ring from you. You deserve to be robbed. Okay, we have looked at all of them.
Time to press ahead.
And we haven't really wasted a lot of lockpicking tools so far. So I guess I will just continue.
Breathe.
Keep a blade close.
I'm not sure what this lock is. The other names on that list didn't really ring a bell. I really only went for the walls that had familiar names on them first. So these are just random patriarchs from the upper city, as far as I can tell.
For blood? No, never mind.
Okay, a bunch of necklaces. Trident of the Waves. Huh. The water caller. On a hit, create a 2-meter water surface centered around the target. I will take it. And I guess I definitely have to go and sell some stuff after this. And I believe we do have more vaults over here. So I'm going to push my luck and try to open these as well.
Let's crack it open.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, that should be enough.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
The Patriarch blackmail files. Okay, that seems interesting. This is a thick notebook containing background dossiers on all the leading Patriarch families of Baldur's Gate, cross-indexed to show the web of business arrangement and intermarriages between them. A typical entry is as follows. Halath family arrives, relatively speaking, real estate money. Upper and Lower City, own Elfson Tavern, Singing Lute, Storm Show Row, and a silent partner with minority stake in the Blushing Mermaid. So basically all these different bars are belonging to one family, more or less. Head of family is nominally the elderly Lord Orthogan Hlath, but in practice all decisions are made by his business-savvy daughter Matron Marigold. Exploitable vulnerability, favorite grantniece Holiday Hlath, heir to the Lord Orthogan, is an insatiable gambler and owes substantial debts in dicing halls from stone ice to soul's food. Interesting, but probably not useful for me. Skeletons in Patriarch's closets. Valuation assessment of Patriarch dossiers compiled confidentially by Ser Ukta, Guild Bursar. Hey, that's the guy that we talked to last episode or 2 episodes ago, the one with the mask. Esteemed Mother Superior, this peerless collection is clearly the fruit of many years' intelligence work, and speaking professionally, I found reviewing it to be personally rewarding. It would also be financially rewarding if, at need, the cloister chose to sell it to the highest bidder on the gate's black market. In such an event, I recommend offering it to Nine Fingers, keen at the guild, of course, To Edward Needle of Baldur's Mouth, and to Blaze Liara Portier of the Flaming Fist. To get your best price, mention to each that you're offering it to the others. If your situation becomes urgent, any of these would gladly buy these dossiers outright for several thousand gold, but you'd get more in an auction.
Shift next year's interest.
Good advice, I guess. And a bunch of valuables again. And yeah, I have to give away some of this stuff. I do have some armor with me that I don't really need to carry. I did want to sell these as well, so that's why I still have them.
What a day.
Okay, number 7. And another 10. Not good enough. But probably worth another thieving tool. What's up with all the 10s? And another 10. Come on, Astarion, give me something better. Maybe I should use his lucky charm skill, because now he is just rolling 10s all the way around. And I'm not sure how many more thieves tools I want to use for this.
Money in the end, anyway.
Let's try advantage here. Not good enough. Let's see if that's going to be good enough. Depends on the other bonuses. Okay, that's going to be enough.
What do you think?
Yeah, he's not happy, but again, he's also not really trying to stop me. He doesn't even reduce his attitude. Knuckle gloves. Huh. Transmutation spell, some gold. And a heavy chest inside the heavy chest. What is this all about? Where is that chest? Can I just put it down here? There we go. That's a bunch of children's toys. I don't want to steal children's toys, but again, why did you put them inside the vault? But okay, I guess we have everything that we need now in terms of the vaults anyway. Now let's look around this place a bit. Orders from Jay. Stone Lord Strike Team. Update on the counting house operation. We've been tipped off to expect an ambush once we reach the vault, but the guild underestimates us as usual. And if we maintain coordination, we should be able to shrug it off without casualties. Let the Stone Lord take the lead. If you deal efficiently with the cash guards, there may be time to gather additional funds before we withdraw. Bring everything to the cistern in the sewers. Okay. I guess that's what I'm looking for, huh? A cultist in the counting house carried a note mentioning some hideout in the cistern. We should head down to the sewers to search for the Stone Lord. Okay, now I have an actual reason to go into the sewers. So I guess we can't delay that any further. But I also would like to pick up all the loot here. Someone else should probably do that. Because Artemis can't carry all of that. And yeah, this is the one cash guard that didn't survive. And what do we got here? Shipment lost notice. The letter is written in a rough, hasty scrawl. Latest load of barrels didn't arrive. No word from Kairos. Assuming the worst. Can't wait any longer. The plan must go ahead. Use what you have now. Deal with complications later. We have seen that name before somewhere, but I don't remember when or in what context. But this is definitely something that we have seen before.
No one stopped me yet.
And yeah, this
Can't
is
slow down.
the vault that they
These
ransacked.
footprints started in the sewers.
Oh, okay. That gave me another update, apparently. We found a trail of muddy footprints in the vault. They reek of the sewers. That's where we should go next to find the stone wood. Okay, so basically just the same.
Always room for more.
Oh, there's another vault here. Sure, I guess I'll try to lockpick that as well. May as well finish the job. And again, I need to go to like a merchant after this and get rid of all these valuables. I should just let someone else do the looting. Why do I keep picking this up myself? But yeah, apparently all of this stuff is already empty. So they did a good job at cleaning out this place.
Trust no one.
Anyway, Astarian, I have one more vault for you. A vault inside a vault. Nope. I still have a good amount of tools. So I suppose I will try to use a few more of them. Sure. Okay, this might be enough. Alright, there we go. Elegant studded leather. Very rare light armor. Ambusher. Gain a +2 bonus to initiative rolls. That's very nice. Advantage on stealth checks. This actually might be a nice armor for Astarian himself. Well, you certainly deserved it after doing all the lockpicking here. What kind of armor is... She's wearing medium, and she also has medium, right? And he has light armor. I mean, I just recently bought this for him. But I guess the one that I just got would be better. It has shield as a special skill. And I guess I can sell this one, because I'm not sure if anyone else can make use of that. I guess we will check that out later. But yeah, this is your reward for doing all the lockpicking, Astarian. Okay, I guess we finished the robbery of the bank.
Still breathing, despite everything.
By
These
picking
boots
up
have seen
everything that the Stone Lord left behind. But there's like more stuff we can look at here, so
Let's have a look.
let's do that. Loading dock chest key. Okay. Guess this might be useful. A letter from Lady Janath. Glitterbeard, you will recall that I deposited a rather important ring in your vault for safekeeping. I may have been premature in locking it away, and I have decided I would rather keep it close. I will be along tomorrow to retrieve it. Please have all the necessary arrangements made, yours, etc. Lady Firilia Janath. Yeah, I think it's probably the ring that she gave Gortish, right? So she already picked this up at some point. A vault chest key, okay. What chest would this be for? I mean, we did find like a chest last episode or so that we lockpicked, so this might have been it. And we already have this key. At least I'm guessing that this is all the same key. And Barney, I can't reach this wooden desk for some reason. Okay. Yeah, looks like we've done everything we can here. Can we talk to...
What's up for discussion?
Glitterbeard again?
I hope you've come to make a lodgment. A city-sized one?
You lost innocent people's money. The guild ought to swallow some of that cost. Here's a coin that was taken. So I can basically just reimburse him from my own pocket. To be fair, I just picked up a good amount of money from the vaults, but I haven't actually found the real money that was stolen yet. Yeah, maybe you should swallow some of that cost, because your security was clearly not as advertised. I guess that's a no.
Oh, you're serious? Maybe you don't have a head for accounting, but that's not quite how numbers work.
So the money that people put into these vaults is not insured or anything. Intimidation, you're not going to have much of a head for numbers if I crack it open. History, the heist on many coins bank in Neverwinter, ring a bell. I'm still kind of sad that I'm so bad at history. A lot of people will suffer. You can be the one who did that to them, or you can be the one who helped. I mean, sure, let's try to persuade, I guess. But it's a very difficult one, so I might not be able to pull this off. Well, actually, that's enough.
Oh, enough. Should I wash the feet of every beggar down by the docks too?
No, just take some responsibility.
Fine. I'll pull in some debts with other guild kingpins. I can cover maybe half of what's lost.
Okay, I mean,
but I need
that's already
something
nice.
back. Understand?
I understand. I will try to retrieve the stolen money, but I could theoretically pay this myself if I want to, but maybe I will try to get the real money first. But okay, it's nice to know that he can at least give us some of the money. I'm not sure if these people have much to say.
Still catching my breath.
Yeah, that was quite the battle, I agree, and you lost one of your colleagues. I'm sorry about that.
First time the vault's been breached the entire time I've worked here.
Yeah, I mean, you have to thank Glitterbeard for that, because he was basically removing security at the behest of the guild to capture the Stone Lord, and then it didn't work. Of course, Nine Fingers also has some fault in this, since that mimic didn't work as advertised either. Okay, let's have a quick look at the desks over here, and I suppose then we are ready to go. The Guild, Hidden Rulers of Baldur's Gate. I may have seen this one already. The book's central argument is encapsulated in a chapter devoted to Rilsa Ryle, Guild Kingpin of Little Calimshan. In another time and another place, Rilsa Ryle would be celebrated as revolutionary. In Baldur's Gate, in her own lifetime, she is known as a crime lord, a kingpin of the guild, ruling over the city within a city that is the district of Little Calimshan. Rilsa's story began when she was orphaned at a young age. Her father was hanged by the Flaming Fist for sheltering his fugitive brother. Soon after, her mother was denounced by the jealous wife of a patriarch and imprisoned in the sea tower where she perished. Alone in the world, she had learned two valuable lessons. When the law is corrupt, it is a necessity for those without the support of its enforcers to act outside it. And when the law is brutal, it is an ethical duty to act against it. Operating from within the Callum Jewel Emporium, Rilsa knows the value of everything and everyone that moves through Baldur's Gate. She controls a wide network of agents who observe and track the exchange of goods and information as closely as any merchant or politician. But second-hand knowledge is cheap. Rilsa's real trick is to draw those with secrets to share directly into her orbit. At her Garden of Whispers, information can be shared with the guild anonymously. Anyone with a grudge to bear or a competitor to bring low, that is to say, anyone of importance, can ensure that the whole city knows their grievance. It is said that if somebody speaks of your weak spot in the garden at dawn, you can expect to find a knife buried in that exact spot before night falls. I wonder if we can find that place, that Garden of Whispers. You've got friends in the guild. Introduction to this blood-splattered piece of propaganda. Unkind people say to me, but how come the guild carved up the lower city like so much pumpkin, slicing it into segments for kingpins to rule from the shadows? I'm pretty sure I've seen this one already, so let's ignore that one. Patriots, a homegrown aristocracy. Reading like an extremely brave or suicidal act of journalism, this scathing takedown of the Baldurian upper crust decries each house, from the Caldwells who jealously hoard patronage of the city's art museums, to the Erlintrees whose merchant fleet floats swift and immense across the rippling waters, to the Ravenshades who control the production of ink, dye, jewelry, and gemstones. The list goes on, with bile seeming to underline each insult, each description of the wealthy households, reveling as their good fortune turns. City life is a duck pond, the text seems to imply. Scum rises to the top. Makes sense to me. And again, the same key. Yes, we have seen that one already. And this one as well. And again, that key. Queen of Kingpins. Seems the Flaming Fist mercenary company has compiled a great deal of information on Nine Fingers and her crew, known as the Guild. Some heavy named Tuskrond guarding some entrance the Fist are intrigued by. In fact, a very detailed account of the guild's muscle and, the tide of derision from the Fist. Evidently, they don't find Tuskrond and criminals like them too bright. Not the sharpest scalpel in the surgeon kit, but 9 fingers of her they write in a sullen, fearful tone. Alright. And again, the same key. A lower city and upper city. A guidebook written to assist newcomers in grasping the separation of the upper and lower parts of the city of Baldur's Gate. It describes the upper section as the home of the patriarchs, who are the city's nobility caste. It is well patrolled, and its immense wealth shows itself through white, well-lit streets shining proudly on buildings of elaborate and elegant decoration. By contrast, the lower section of the city is a tangle of narrow streets, compact buildings patrolled not by many guards, but a cornucopia of merchants, craftspeople, chancers, dancers, fools, fabulous vagabonds, cut purses, young men and women of negotiable affection, barkeeps, beggars, knights and knaves. Well, I can't wait to see the upper city myself. The Dukes of Baldur's Gate. Wealth speaks with loud voice in a city founded and made prosperous by trade. Baldur's Gate has always been governed by its parliament of peers, consisting of the heads of the richest patriarch families, with executive rulership by a council of 4, the 4 most powerful dukes, one of whom is designated Grand Duke. That tradition is held for many centuries, with the occasional interruption in times of crisis. And a crisis is where we find ourselves again, which accounts for the recent change in the city's administration. Last year the Council of 4 was Duke Balin Stalmate, Duke Dillard Portier, and Duke Salamra Vanthampur, chaired by Grand Duke Alda Ravengard. After the death of Duke Vanthampur and the worrying disappearance of Grand Duke Ravengard during the fall of Elturel, the question of who would make up the Council of 4 going forward was postponed, pending the return or confirmed loss of Ravengard. Into this power vacuum rose a brash new contender, Lord Edward Gortish, who promised that his leadership would see the city through its series of crises. When Ravengard finally returned and actually endorsed Gortish for the leadership role, Baldur's Gate gratefully returned to its new Archduke to bring its citizens back to safe harbor. Okay, I didn't know that, I think. That he was missing for a while. But okay, I think I'm going to make a cut here. I feel that I have looked at everything. I will probably just off camera go to a merchant to sell all of that crap that I just picked up. And then, I don't know, we will maybe try to find the Stone Lord in the sewers. I guess it's maybe time to actually go there and explore that place a bit more. And I'm sure that Jaheira wants to help out Minsk as fast as possible. But for the time being, let's call it a day. As always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.
Breathe. Breathe.